Oh, hey there, snuck up on me. Welcome to the Average Joe's 1 acre homestead. If you didn't know, I'm the Average Joe, and this is my 1 acre homestead. Well, a little tiny part of it, anyways. So, you might be asking yourself, you say, what do you got going on today here? Looks like you're building something. Well, you're darn tootin', I'm building something. When you're got a little homestead, and especially if you're a guy like me and you happen to get furry little animals on a whim, and then you don't got no money to go out and buy anything to put them in, well, you gotta kind of build stuff. um, so yeah, exactly what I said here. Maybe we'll show you in a minute there. We'll pull them out and get things moving along here as we get further in the video. But no, that's exactly what it is. So I went and I got myself 3 little 6-week-old Lionhead rabbits. Yeah, really beautiful little bunnies. But right now they are living in a bin in my house, and these things poop a ton. So it's a hassle constantly cleaning it out almost twice a day, really. I mean, sometimes. But anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I'm building a run for them outside. Well, this is the start of it anyways. This is just to kind of get things going. Did kind of have to invest a little bit of money into some lumber, but it wasn't too bad. Um, you know, for the most part, just kind of use stuff that I have around the house. Kind of thought about this for a while and kind of figured this might be a really good area. So pretty much what I'm building on here. So this used to be a really old, I don't know, like barn that was standing here. It was kind of dilapidated, half fallen over. So I tore the whole thing down, gutted that all out, and yeah, that was a job and a half. But I decided to leave the actual floor here because I had a little baby barn on the other side of my garage that, again, was pretty good shape, but a lot of the bottom of the floor and stuff was rotted out. That's why I have some plywood here. A lot of the wood's all rotted up to there, so I just patched that down to the floor so nothing can get in from under there. So yeah, I figured, you know what I mean? I'm going to get some chickens and stuff eventually, and why not just use the little shed for a chicken coop instead of spending a bunch of money building a coop and all this and that. So yeah, I mean, really, my chicken coop got a couple of $100 maybe invested into it, like in hardware, cloth, and just little things there. So not too much. And then I realized I still had this space left back here, so I was like, you know what, perfect. And then actually I got the perfect setup, and we'll talk about that maybe a little further into the video there, another part that I'm going to do here. But I am going to put a door in here, maybe a little flap or timer operated door or something, but there is going to be a door here that's going to go into the coop. So I don't want the rabbits in directly with the chickens, but what it is I got my nesting boxes. Pretty much for my nesting boxes, I just used an old set of cupboards. And I bolted that to the back of the shed wall, and voila, nesting box. But it's not too high off the ground, so I'm thinking what I can do perfectly is from inside the coop, I can clean all that out from underneath, and I can use about half of that, and that's where the rabbits will be able to go and nest and do their little private thing there, hiding in a little hole, right? Nice and dark for them. Hopefully keep them nice and protected in the winter as well, because we'll have everything all nicely insulated in there. But yeah, for now, right now, what I need to do is I need to get just a regular run set up and then I got to get that built inside. So yeah, a lot of work here. So enough talking. Got to get back to work. I got my main layout going here, as you can see. If you're looking, yeah, it kind of always looks crooked, but actually, trust me, what I'm building here is going to be level, as the shed looks crooked. The whole base is crooked, and you know what? I just never took the time to level the darn thing. It's level enough for me, and it works as a chicken coop. Good enough. Sometimes you just gotta say good enough. All right. So let's get back to work here. But yeah, so we'll run you through maybe like some stuff as I'm going along here. But pretty much I'm just using some 2x3s. A little bit cheaper than 2x4s, and it still does the trick for the size of what I'm doing. 4 feet roughly by 8 feet roughly. So no true exact measurements here. So you're not going to get any detailed plans from me. I just say, just kind of build it as you go. I mean, like what I'm doing here, I'm just screwing that to the floor. That built my nice solid bottom base, and now I'm just going to add some corners and level out some tops and then build a cover. Yeah, so anyways, we got to get to work. I got a lot of stuff to do. It's going to get dark soon. All right, so you know, my philosophy when I'm building something like this is, you know, measure once, cut once. You know, as long as it's close enough there, it's not perfection. It's a rabbit pen there, but it'll be leveling good enough, I would say. Yeah, goes on the inside of here. That's the important part. All right, so now this next part is a little bit trickier. So, because this thing is so unlevel, it's not like I can measure every single post out and cut them all at the same length and screw them all together and call it a day, because that's not going to work. Then it'll come out looking really crooked. In order to get it looking kind of straight, pretty much what you gotta do is get yourself situated up here, basically where you're gonna attach it, hold it in place, put a level on your piece of wood, and then measure your brace point for the corner, and you should be good from there. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll get this figured out here. Piece here to 4 1/4. Literally just for now. Yeah, I knew that was probably gonna happen. This. Yeah, that's what happens when you work with too many things that are off level. Perfect. And bam. Now, simple as pie. I'm just going to, like I said, this is going to be 8 feet, so just bam. No more measuring. I can just screw my front piece on, and I'll use that as my level for my final corner piece in the corner here, and then I'll be pretty good to just measure out the last piece and screw it in. Cool. Okay. All right, so there you have the gist of it anyways. It's going to take forever for that battery to charge up. So I just got ahead and got my last few pieces of wood cut up here, which took a little bit of fidazzling to get the measurements right. But yeah, she looks like she'll be fairly level, even though she looks pretty crooked. She'll be a little shorter on this side, full 2 feet on that side. But whatever, they're only little rabbits here. They don't need that much room to stand up in anyways. So yeah, I think my next step anyways, I'm just gonna wait for the drill to charge up. Hopefully tonight I can get the rest of these little pieces screwed in, probably add another center support in the center here. See how much wood I have left. I should have enough. All right, so what I got me here is some nice hardware cloth. That's right. Yeah, so 1/2 inch mesh, 19 gauge. So this stuff's basically predator proof. The coons and stuff won't be able to go through this like they can. Yeah, I don't have a rooster. That's my neighbor's rooster. Me and him are great friends. Loves waking me up really early in the mornings. Anyways, we'll let him have his little fit here. Shouldn't bother anything. So yeah, that's basically what I'm using here. Same thing, the chicken coop's all wrapped in. Nice and predator proof. Super easy to install. Pretty much just gonna use my hammer staple it all on. It'll be good enough. Okay, so one issue I realized right away here as soon as I walked by the grid, and I took it in a second look. So I bought this all 2 feet because I was building this at 2 feet. Yeah, it's 2 feet here in the corner, but it ain't 2 feet here because everything was so on level, and Mr. Genius Architect kind of didn't take that into consideration. So this is really only going to do about not even half the front. So we are going to have to improvise. Okay, so there we go. Problem solved. Yeah, here in the 1 acre homestead, the average Joe's got a cure for everything. I run into a problem, I solve it pretty fast. So luckily enough here, I bought a whole sheet of plywood just to do, use basically, yeah, a couple little pieces. So I got tons of extra plywood. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense here. I'll just screw a piece of plywood to the front of it. That'll take up the extra room that I need, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so here we go. Pretty much got the whole outside done here. Looks pretty good, pretty sturdy, pretty solid. Nothing should be able to break in or squeeze into that anywheres. Perfect. My two main predators around here, raccoons and weasels. There are fox, but I haven't seen fox around in quite a while, so I don't think either one of those three are going to be able to get in there unless some bear comes along, but hopefully that won't ever be a problem. But they'll be able to get inside the shed anyways. Yeah, so pretty good here. So we got our all hardware cloth all around. Like I said, I had to cut a couple strips of plywood down the bottom there just so I could fill in some gaps here from the bottom being so out of whack. And a couple of pieces on top, so I'm just tying it together there with these little metal ties here. So I'm just kind of get it tied in together. That'll be more than good enough. Yeah, seems like nothing's really going to be able to get in there. Whole lid opens up. I'm going to put a little stand there on the side, so when it comes down, it'll pop down and kind of catch itself, so it'll hold the lid open. But yeah, I got whole access to the whole inside here. Who knows, maybe at some point, you never know, not much deal, but maybe just put an extra little door here for throwing in food or something like that. But other than that, yeah, she's pretty much good to go on the outside here. So now what all I got to do is get inside the coop, clean that out underneath there, and get a hole cut here so these rabbits can get out, and then box in the inside, and I am done. I should have this all done today here, be able to get the bunnies out in their new spot here, out of the bin in the house. All right, let's go check out the coop. All right, so this is basically where the bunnies' sleeping hut main home is gonna be. So like I said, I set that down low, so tons of room under there. Just basically got to clean all this out here, and I got about 15 inches of height, which is pretty good. Almost 1.5 feet, and yeah, so pretty much just clean that out here. Figure out I'm going to use probably about half of this whole thing here. Box that in, and then we should be good to go. All right, so let's get this going here. Okay, so should be pretty cut out here. Inside cleaned out. There we go. Pachow. Maybe a little more than of a hole than I need. Ooh, that's not good. Didn't see that hiding there. Gonna have to take care of that. All right, so I'm going to have to cut out this piece of wood here. Don't know where that came from and why that's there like that, but yeah. Anyway, it's pretty pointy. Don't want that sitting there, but yeah, besides that, I can't see in there, but she's cleaned out in there anyways. I just got to sweep it out, box it in two sides, and we're pretty much done for now. So, sweet. Okay, so here we are. Time to meet the bunnies. Hi, bunnies. What's doing? Yeah, so these here are my new 3 purebred Lionhead rabbits. I believe they are all males. Not 100% certain, but from what I understood, that's kind of what she insinuated when she gave them to me. I say now they're about 7 weeks old, roughly. I do find that these two here are quite a bit bigger than that one, so I don't know if it's just a runt or you never know, but yeah, that white one is just so cute. It's just like so classic. But yeah, so they've been in this bin here for about a week there. I've been cleaning it out every day, and look how much poop they collect. And like that's like seriously cleaning it out every day. But yeah, aren't they just adorables? Yeah. Yeah, my bunnies are adorables. Yeah. And they're super fuzzy and super cuddly. I can't remember all their names. My daughter named them. That one's Snowball. I think one of them's name is Jack, and I don't know. Can't remember all their names. Um, I wouldn't name them. Maybe I'll rename them anyways, because my daughter only gets interested in things for about 3 days. So, but yeah. So here we go. Got a nice little run ready here. Good 4x8 area. Nice little spot here for them to get into, to get inside of the shed. Nice and safe spot. I've ordered it already here on Amazon. Just waiting for it to come in. Automatic door, so it opens and closes morning and night. Yeah, pretty darn predator proof. Did some learning over the years with the chickens. So yeah, don't think anything's going to be able to get in there. We're going to be locking that up. And we are good to give our bunnies a new home. Just going to throw something down on the ground here and get them ready to go. But yeah, I mean, it's an old floor, so nothing to really worry about. I can just pretty much let them go right in there and no worries. Nice. Okay, perfect. Bunny's in the pen. All right, that one's already figured out that it's got a hole in there. Fill that up with wood pellets. Heard that wood pellets are good bedding for rabbits, so that's what we did. We filled that up full of wood pellets. So nice. Perfect. Look at your bunnies go. Oh yeah. Oh, another one's gonna figure it out here probably in a second, maybe. Yeah, we got our Timothy hay out there, some nice fresh water, and some rabbit pellets for extra food. Yeah, I mean, pretty good to go. And I think when I want to, I'll just be able to come in here, clean out the poops and stuff, and should be pretty good. Thick old wood, ain't gonna hurt that too much. Yeah, I got room to move around in here now. A lot better than living life in a bin and snuggled on a couch. They'll still get lots of attention and love. All right, so there you have it. That's our project here for this week on the Average Joe's 1 Acre Homestead. I guess a cute little addition to the homestead here. Got a lot more stuff coming. I'm gonna be, you know, no more animals for this year. I promised the wife. Probably not. But yeah, no, it does cost a lot of money to get these animals, get them set up, housed when you're not already set up for it. And then you got all the feed and everything to add. So I would say like entirely everything here. I got a wicked deal on the rabbits, by the way. A very, very nice lady met me out in Sussex. She had a surprise litter that they really didn't want to take the time to get rid of, and they just wanted to go. They had 3 left. She offered me them for $50. I said deal. So yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Really, really good deal there. Then I have about $100 in lumber, and then about another, what, I think it was 30 something, $40 for the hardware cloth, and then whatever I got into the feed, which wasn't that much. Didn't really get a lot of feed for the start, so yeah, about 200 bucks all in Canadian. So you know, not too bad to get started up here. And like I got a pretty nice size setup, but it's like I say, I was lucky that I had a nice bottom here to work with. Otherwise I would have had to do a lot more work and maybe get more material, but you know, it's a pretty easy setup. I thought about where I wanted to put them, and this is where it came to be. But yeah, eventually through here, I want to get a lot more animals on the 1 Acre Homestead. Yeah, my birds are just kind of going a whack job here. I'm slowly getting the one bird and the silkies and stuff integrated with the ducks and the barred rocks. And yeah, the duck likes giving them a hard time. But anyways, back to their bunnies. Yeah, so everything's pretty good here. We're gonna, you know, have some updates as these guys get bigger too, and you know, might add a couple more bunnies at some point. But right now we're pretty good with 3 there with what we got. But like I say, definitely there's more animals coming to the 1 Acre Homestead. I got a list. You know, keep a lot of them a surprise. I mean, obviously one of them is going to be goats, but you know, the rest of them I think will be a little bit of a surprise for some people. Anyhow, you know, I'm glad I got this project done, so I got a little bit of the rest of my day to do, so I'll enjoy that there and jump inside here and take care of the birds. So If you enjoy this content, found it helpful at all, go ahead, smash the subscribe and notification button. It's gonna go a long way towards helping build my channel here. And like I said, I got a lot more stuff coming. So anyways, y'all take care, and we'll catch you on the flip side. All right, bye. Time to go here home. Done deal, locked up, throw away the key, puppy.